Starting off here, the Mugi versus the Arcadia. The matchup already doesn't really seem fair for Arcadia.
All right, sorry. I just saw in chat. He said it is the level. It is Deimoz. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Well, thanks for the
So that is
confirmation. I appreciate
a great
that.
story. Okay. It is a damage reference, so okay, that's good. But nah, I don't know about that reference because Jesus, he is getting D-Sig. He was gonna get tortured off stage.
Yeah, absolutely. Good dodge though, getting out of that down sig, but still, you got Zero keeping off the weapon for right now, able to touch the ground, get out of the sweat beating. That is good if you're against Greatsword, but he's gonna pick up the spear, dealing it in. Nice side light.
Yeah, hitting that side light, try to get something started, try to get the momentum here, and going for that double side light. But with that other side light, wasn't able to catch that, getting that narrative recovery, wasn't able to get that either. Down sig automatically coming from Serial, taking the first stock of the game.
All right, Serial got himself a bit of a lead though. Against this Arcadia, it might take a little bit longer to get the KO just because obviously got that a higher defense on the Amugi. So we're gonna see how quickly he can close up the stock. Deimoz kind of struggling at the moment, gets interrupted. Oh, but there we go, got a nice neutral air in there to interrupt that attack. Here we go. Picks up another spear. Down sig is going to come out, but nothing from it. And once again, a two-piece will come out from Serial. Nice. Against the edge, but that's a nice pulling off from the top. Saved himself from a deadly situation because, yeah, Serial was looking to close out that stock really quickly.
Yeah, looking at that here. But let's see how Deimoz can, try to get this game back up with the spear. The spear hasn't really been too bad. He's been working really hard with the spear, but Serial, even playing a character like a Mugi, that's a tank character, won't really take a lot of damage and can do demonstrating.
Like there? Yeah. That's tough. Yeah, I mean, that's really how simple it is sometimes. You just gotta do a axe ground pound. It covers a lot of area, so yeah, no shame in that, even though it's totally a gold move. But sometimes gold moves work. But here we go. We got ourselves another side light into Nair, building up some good damage onto Deimoz. He's got himself a spear, but it's going to take a while to KO. Nice side air, so towards the side. A D-Sig comes in as well, but it's not going to connect. Nice side sig. There we go. That is a really good side sig. I love how it moves, it doesn't stop where it connects, kind of like with Soul's side sigs, for example. Like whenever you connect, it just keeps you going. I like that. It's like Mako's side sig, for example, on that Greatsword. So very good. Oh, Deimoz. Okay, nice recovery. Oh, yeah, no, I mean, he was actually going to be able to get back.
He was going to be able to make it.
Yeah, but still, he was looking to interrupt, and yeah, Serial actually getting hit instead, and now a lead's going to start to be formed. Serial, what can you do to come back? Okay.
That was a good D-Light punish coming off from Deimoz. Try to get that side sig, but it gets punished by Serial side sig of its own. That is a lot of damage coming from Serial.
Absolutely. Okay, recovery to go high, throws down that weapon. It's going climbing higher and higher here. It was.
Try to get that insig.
Close.
A close game here, tripped up. I'm scared, man.
I would be too with the side air. Yeah, that is a heavy hitting weapon right there. Even though it did just get nerfed recently, it's still got that heavy hitting attribute, so can't be tanking too many of those side airs. Either way, though, it's a very close game one, but Serial's looking to carry the momentum into game number 2. Same picks, at least for the characters. We'll see if they have anything different on the map. But yeah, as you can see, that running that Amugi with the higher speed, because that is the one thing about Amugi, it's got really low speed, and that's a problem when you're in the air, right? So you really want to make sure you're being careful with your choices, because otherwise the spear, for example, will catch you out of the air with that D-Light. So Serial's been doing a good job of staying around it, but still, I feel like Deimoz can bring things around if he locks in a little bit. Here we go, game number 2 on the Small World's End. Here we go.
Yeah, looking. Oh. In the middle of this tournament, we had to shout out Ski Sex. Shout out Ski Sex. I don't want to say much about that loser.
Anyway, in the middle of the set? That's crazy. Why are we being forced by the producers to plug someone mid-set? This is absolutely not the type of commentary people want to hear, okay? So, production, be better. Anyways, we're going to be getting into this game here. Sorry for the interruption. But yeah, shout out the Ski. Okay.
But that doesn't matter, because what we just saw from Serial, he quickly take that stock out in, I think under 20 seconds in that game.
Ooh, okay, nice.
But that D-Sig into side air, punish him with that weapon throw. That's what we like to see. try to abuse Arcadia's kit in the fullest capacity.
Yep, and yeah, unfortunately, the lower defense of Arcadia is starting to rear its head with these Siders coming out. So we see 150 damage onto Deimoz. Let's see what he can do to fight his way out. He does have high damage, so he could rack something up quickly if he has the right choices. Right now, he's kind of keeping himself in the air, doesn't want to get plucked out by any of those signatures, but unfortunately, Serial, he's got himself a side signature, and that is going to clear up the stocks. Being one in the lead, Serial, yeah, he's definitely looking to take things away pretty convincingly. Oh,
Deimoz though, that double recovery, but wasn't able to get that second one to hit.
Okay.
Oh, Deimoz. Look out for the dodge. That was a nice recovery coming out from Deimoz. I think Deimoz has been fully awakening. You know, looking out for the options, the resources that Serial might be having.
Oh, that was a little hasty. I like the idea, but thankfully didn't get punished too much. Serial, though, getting himself some more damage. Even a small little bit, a string of hits against a Mugi is going to be huge, especially with, like I said, with that low defense. It's just detrimental for Deimoz. So, yeah, he's got to make sure he doesn't get caught one or two more times, or else that's going to be it. Getting around those side light openers, that's very nicely done, but a side air is going to send him out, and a nice poke down. That is going to be it. Serial takes 2 games now in his best of 5, and he's looking better and better by the game. So, Deimoz, what has he got to adapt to this? Because otherwise, he's about to be sent out of the tournament at 4th place.
Yeah, looking out for that Spear, though. I say the Spear has been working, and Arcadia's kit, not seeing a swap going on for at least both of them, so he might be really confident with the Spear and Arcadia's signature kit, but let's see if he can try to, get the momentum started. I know it's down 2-0, potentially could be a 3-0 if he doesn't lock in.
Yep, but still, anything could happen, right? There's absolutely room to bring things back around. He did have a close game number 1. But I do agree with you on that with the Spear. I do think the Spear has been affording him a lot. Of course, the Greatsword, he is good with that too. But yeah, we found a lot of these big openings and just more consistent damage with it, I feel. So we'll see if that is the route he takes in this game number 3. Serial, of course, he's been dominating with both the weapons, but especially the Greatsword. It's been absolutely ruthless. Here we go. Right now, he's showing some axe prowess as well, able to build up some good damage onto Deimoz. Nice. Try to get a ground pound as well, but that is still some really big damage. Ooh, Deimoz, that was pretty hasty right there. You're lucky it didn't get too punished, but at the same time, he is creeping further and further into KO percentage. Look at that. 2 down airs and a side air.
Might be it, yeah.
Nice.
Dude, Serial's axe has been crazy lately. That game number 2, his axe did a lot. In game number 3, it's got really better, and he's been destroying Deimoz with that axe, so a little bit scary.
A little bit, but at the same time, it feels like every single time that Deimoz has a stock taken from him, he's able to bring it right back around, but I might be speaking a little bit too soon here. He's getting very, very risky with it, but Serial, showing the downfall of playing a Mugi. That low speed is going to lead to some more self-KOs right there. That's an example. So, only 50 or so damage built up onto Deimoz, so he's honestly looking pretty good, especially with this Spear, able to get himself some good vertical range with the recovery. Throwing out a D-Sig as well. He's starting to bring things more and more in his favor. Serial, answer back.
Yeah, going in back and forth, but we're seeing more of, Serial try to get it out, but I believe this is the first time Deimoz getting the lead of the game. Oh, that D-line to Nair.
Another one. And the double.
Oh, okay. The double D-line to recovery. Nice going from Deimoz. The Spirit been working, so I don't think we might see much Greatsword from him this game.
I don't blame him.
Why switch if it works,
Exactly. If it ain't broke, do not fix it. That's what they say. But nicely done. Okay, but catching out that recovery right there. Serial knows exactly what he wants and where he wants it at. Okay, there we go. He's going to throw that weapon, but it's not going to matter. The stock is just gone, and things are back to even. So even though Deimoz has done a good job of equalizing things, it shows that Serial, even when the lead is taken from him, that he can bring it right back around. Things are completely even right now. Serial getting himself a D-Light to prop him up in the air. We've seen really good things coming out from this axe. The arrow game from Serial has been pretty good, but nice. Another read right there coming up from Deimoz. He's done that twice now with the Spear, getting the GC D-Light where he technically shouldn't have. Here we go. DC going to come out, a Pogo as well. They're both
Dude,
pretty intense right now.
this is like the same situation that we saw from game number 1. Both of these players were intense, but Serial take that over. Can Deimoz take this game, or will it be game over for him?
Oh, okay.
Oh.
That is, unfortunately doesn't do much in the terms of KOing a potential, but there we go, a nice cider and weapon throw. He's sweat beating, but Serial clinging onto the edge, and then yeah, that was just okay. They're both panicking right now. I feel it. Even Serial insigged. Nice. Finally, Deimoz on the board, 1-2 against Serial now. And that has to feel really, really good because he was looking on the brink of elimination, but finally able to get himself a game. And that could spell disaster for Serial. You know, I've seen some people crumble under the pressure of a reverse sweep, but still, Serial is a very good player. So let's see if we can adapt back to things. Still, they're on the same characters. There is no, you know, character swaps coming out, no adaptation needed on that end, but still that we've seen some different styles mixing up, and especially that axe on Serial's part. He has definitely been really leaning into that, and maybe Deimoz has found his way around it. Either way, getting game number 4. Things are looking good for Deimoz. Even though he's down in the set, he's got the momentum at least.
Yeah, seeing that momentum shift coming out from Deimoz with that spear and Arcadia's kit. But let's see if he can try to, you know, see if he can do a little bit better from that last game, because it was kind of getting a little bit scary. Serial was catching back up. That's like, this matchup might be a little bit difficult, especially for Arcadia when it comes to damage, because Mugi, Turtle, big strong Turtle does a lot of damage.
Right.
But we're seeing the axe coming from Serial, that GCD lands to ground pound.
Oh no, he's just weapon starving right now. Does not want Deimoz to get his momentum that he is so due right now, as he got himself that game, and he clearly wants to ride off the coattails of it, but at the same time, okay, there we go, side stick coming out, and he's chasing for it to try and get a side air or a pogo. Nicely done, weapon throw down, and that is just not enough options. Deimoz, nice, taking that stock, and has a pretty convincing lead. I'd say the best one so far in this entire set.
Yes, looking in so far, the best lead that Deimoz probably had in this whole set, but can quickly turn back against him with, you know, the incredible strength of a Mugi and that axe. That side stick coming out, but wasn't able to KO from there. Oh, nice down there.
And yeah, I mean, you can see the insig, you get quite the vertical range, but definitely not enough to get back from that situation. Now Deimoz unarmed against the Greatsword. That is a very small hitbox versus very large hitboxes, but still actually able to find his way around it. Deimoz doing good on the unarmed before picking up the spear. Now gets himself some good damage with a neutral light into a side air, and now he's actually taking the lead. Oh,
one cashew.
Had to say it at least once, right? You know, had to once per tournament at this point. It is part of Brawlhalla lore. But there we go. We got an end light coming out as well. And Deimoz once again getting picked off stage. But nice. Got himself the double delay and recovery.
Yes, oh my. Deimoz is looking really strong in this game compared to the last game as well. Maybe he just needed that game win. You know, it could be motivating to get at least one and start off from something.
Exactly right, and I mean, all you need to do is turn 0 into 1 sometimes, and that'll bring you endless victories. And Deimoz, even though he's not the winner of this game yet, he's definitely looking more and more like he's going to take it. He's not, I mean, he's not being too risky. I'm liking this. The gameplay is steady. He's building up a very good lead, and he's not being too risky against that axe,
recovery.
Has shown to be the downfall multiple times in this set. So I'm glad he's not falling for it, but even then, an axe recovery is going to take it out just like that. 108 damage built up onto Serial. Can Deimoz close out this stock before a big string comes out? Because you already know, look at that damage. Look, already halfway back around. Serial with that axe is really looking just destroying.
This is not looking good.
Stock.
Yeah. Oh no. He is catching back very quickly, and that's not what you really want, especially in this game. You really need to win this game and able to go to game number 5. This is game number 4.
Oh man, okay, but he should have it. Don't miss input. Yeah. He's got it.
Jump recovery. We're going to game number 5.
Yes, we are. And Serial, he's got to be just devastated after that. Both times he was looking to bring it back on the last stock, and he just it was sniffed away from him. So now we have a game 5 situation, and that is scary for both players. Serial no longer having any sort of a lead. He doesn't even have the momentum lead anymore. So he's really got to be fighting hard here on this game number 5. And Deimoz, yeah, I mean, stocks are at an all-time high for him because he is just fighting back. Even when things are looking pretty dire, he's able to bring it around. So I am definitely looking to see a really good game 5 here. I know it's going to be close. Last stocks. Here we go. Drops, how you feeling about this?
Dude, I'm saying potentially this is a good set so far. I cannot say much. Not, Deimoz looking like they might have lost their confidence, especially going down 2-0, but now 2-2, game 5, possibly a reverse 3-0, So,
yeah,
hey, potentially something can happen here in this game. But what we saw from Serial was a little bit scary, especially last game when he was getting all the damage back up. And this game too, still has the axe. We haven't seen a lot of Greatswords in this set. We have been seeing more like the secondary weapons, more of axe, more spear, probably more of the characters, like more of the players' comfort weapons. But counter will be the last ending move to finish off Deimoz. That is not the move to really die from, especially from how it hit.
Yeah, offstage has just not been friendly to Deimoz for this entire set. We've seen that Serial has been chasing him offstage with the axe and has been able to get a lot of consistent damage and KOs from it that have been pretty early. So right there, proving that not only when Deimoz is there, but sometimes when he's just not there, he can get himself knocked out. But there we go, nice equalizer with that side air. And let's see, does Deimoz go on to the Greatsword? No, like you said, we've been seeing a lot more of the secondary weapons coming out, and it's been working for both of them pretty well, as you could tell by the fact that it's in game number 5. So here we go, nice side air into delight. No, side air instead, and nice. Okay, Serial
but it doesn't matter. He had no more options. The speed of the Mugi 2, man, this is torture from Serial.
Yeah, I mean that's unfortunate. I mean, he can still bring things back around. You could see that just a couple of connecting hits will bring a lot of damage to Deimoz. So if he can keep him off the weapon, which is exactly what Serial is fixing to do right now, trying to get underneath with a Greatsword, once again throwing it up, gets it back after Deimoz picks up the spear. And we've seen that spear has been a very, very good weapon for Deimoz. So let's see what he can do it again. Nice catch to get the side air, but still he is getting a lot of damage coming out. He is starting to throw out quite a few whiffs. Okay.
Yeah. That ground pound. That was probably a weird angle to hit it, but it's still connected, sending him down.
Yep, and we've seen time and time again in this last stock situations that Serial can bring things around very quickly, and Deimoz is not on the weapon he clearly wants in this situation, but no, doesn't matter. He's able to get himself a couple of hits, just 3 though, and against this character, that is not much, but still, got 130 damage built up onto a Mugi. Now on the spear, Deimoz is looking for a D-Sig to get the knockout. Nice.
Land to recovery, was able to get it? Oh man. Oh, that would be bad if he hit that side air. Not looking too good. But Serial can still catch back up, especially with this axe with the high damage of a Mugi. Oh, this is looking scary.
Okay,
if that's how they get the recovery, and that will be it. Deimoz advances, eliminating Serial. Reverse 3-0. Holy.
In reverse 3-0 fashion. Oh man, that's got to be rough for Serial. Oh man, I understand. That's just, yeah. But Deimoz though, yeah. But Deimoz was really, really locked in there. I mean, like you said, the spear really came online, and even when he had to pick up the Greatsword in those couple of moments, he still was able to get some good damage and kept himself in the game. But we saw Serial kept it so close. I mean, really, he did a really good job of equalizing those stocks. Even when he started to pull away, he was able to get a lot of those down air KOs. We saw the ground pounds as well, sneaking them away. But in the end, Deimoz was going to be able to win that out and continue on to the tournament. And Serial will be falling in 4th place. So.